Welcome to Wealth Coffee Chats, folks, for your daily live updates. Get the most out of today's episode by participating in the chat. Make sure you ask some questions, be part of the conversation, have a bit of fun, grab a coffee or a tea, take some notes, and get ready to start your day, folks. Quick few housekeeping rules, though. No spamming, no advertising or self-promotion in the chat. That's not on. Be kind and respectful to everyone when participating. And most of all, have a good time. Real estate investing can be your biggest asset. It also can be your most expensive asset when it comes to getting it right or getting it wrong, folks. It can be time-consuming, stressful, and that's why here at Positive, we have what's called a 6-star team, a full-service team that provides integrated wealth and property investing solutions and services simply designed to help you progress towards your goal of passive income through your property portfolio, folks. Make sure you check out our other podcasts on the Positive Mentor Network. Not only is there Wealth Coffee Chats, there's the Urban Property Investor. Drops every Wednesday with straight talking investing strategies and lessons with Sam Saggers. Property Investor Tales. This is where our clients, you guys, share real life stories from property investing, hosted by some of our advisors and strategists. And that's done every fortnight, dropping every Monday. Wealth, Wine and Wisdom, folks, that debriefs the week that was in the world of finance and property, hosted by yours truly, Jason Witten and Andy Fenton on Fridays. Welcome to another Wealth Coffee Chat. Marvellous Monday. Hope you're well, folks, wherever you are. If you think it's Get Rich Quick, you're in the wrong place. This is the wrong podcast. This is the wrong live for you. Welcome to another Wealth Coffee Chat. Hope you're all awesome and well.
All right. Morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday, 11th of December. Nearly Christmas, team. Nearly Christmas. Hope you're all well. Wherever you're tuning in from this morning, give us a bit of a shout out in the chat. Let me know what's happening in your world this morning for a Wednesday. I hope it's a little bit sunnier where you are today. It's miserable and wet where I'm in Brisbane this morning. So hope you're all well and safe. So team, this might be Property Management's last Wealth Coffee Chat for the year, I believe. So I'm going to go out with a bang and have a bit of a recap and review on 2024, which will be great chat this morning. Hope you can all participate with me in the chat. Follow along, ask some questions as always. Absolutely love the banter as we go along. So team, look, if you are tuning in for the first time and maybe the last time for 2024, if you haven't met me before, Sjostedt is my name. Represent the R&W Plus group out of the property management division here with the 6-star team. And 10 past 8, local guides here in Queensland. We jump on every Wednesday and have been talking all year about all things property management, right? And, today's topic is going to recap and review what we've potentially learned in 2024. You guys can chime in as well and let me know what you've learned because today is all about that year in review. I thought today I'll give you guys 5 things, I learned in 2024 from you guys, and potentially you guys can chip in as well. But, this thing we call property management, it is centered around the, holding phase, that consolidation phase of your investment journey. Super critical team. And one of the big things we learned is that, your property management partners, your property manager, individual, team member, obviously critical when it comes to whether you are successful holding that property for 5, 10, 15 plus years, whatever your goals may be. 13 years in the industry, team, I've seen a lot of time and time again, I should say, where, investors have looked to sell too early. And all of a sudden, they don't have the asset anymore. So today's recap is to give you guys 5 key things, maybe into 2025 to help you get a real good kickstart into your investment journey in 2025. Maybe you are looking to settle on a new property in the new year as well. And that might be a great time to implement some of these things we're going to talk about today. So today, top 5 things we've learned from the property management world. See a few of the guys, a few of the regulars. Jeff's here. Merry Christmas, mate. Yes, we're nearly there. And Bunty. Awesome, mate. Thanks for joining and all the other regulars here today. So top 5 things we've learned in property management team. If you've been coming along to Wealth Coffee Chats on a Wednesday, pop it in the chat. Let me know if you've learned something from these sessions, from these conversations. Love to hear it. Let me know in the chat. Because here, what's the alternative, team? What's the alternative if we don't have property management groups helping us hold that property for a longer period of time? Right, you could self-manage. That is one alternative. potentially, that may or may not be part of your world. Our world is the property management world. So we're going to get on with that today. It just comes down to the results we want, team. And what we learned, number one, I think the importance of a marketing strategy. I think we've had a lot of conversation here in Wealth Coffee Chats around what the market's doing, what's the vacancy rates, how much the rents are, what the rent growth looks like. And this has been a conversation that I think has been trending regardless of what, metro or regional city or town, suburb you are located in, wherever your investment properties are. And, a lot of these things where, most capital cities in the last 1 to 2 years in particular have had significant rent growth. Still today, my colleague, Dean, myself, we're out there meeting new clients, having a look at what's happening in their world today when it comes to rent prices, and then having a look at what the market's doing. And there's still a discrepancy in terms of where the person is at and where they could be based on market information. Now, why is this the case? So number one, importance of a marketing strategy. Marketing strategy is all about promoting that property. We want to promote that property to its best ability in that marketplace, in that time of listing. Now that can come down to what type of listing and advertisement you put on realestate.com and these major portals. We've spoken about standard listings. We've spoken about premier listings. There's a difference between that, right? Not much of a cost difference, but a big, significant influence on the outcome, right? Whether that property leases within 2 weeks or 5. Is your property management group making use of virtual tours, floor plans, videos, giving prospective renters what they want to see at the drop of a hat? So number one, we've had a conversation around marketing. I hope throughout 2024, you guys have enhanced that into your strategy, into your portfolios, and hopefully your property managers are doing that. If your property managers are not doing that, then 2025 is the year, team. Number two, tenant selection. You guys might know by now, but I think, again, throughout the year, we've spoken about how diligent tenant selection process absolutely influences the outcome of that tenancy. Whether we're going to have a positive tenancy moving forward, whether we're going to have a negative tenancy moving forward, we want to understand how that's going to go. So we've got to control what we can control. And what we can control is how we go about selecting the tenants. Now, depending which state you're in, there's some things you can and can't ask for, of course. But what we're trying to do here, team, is have a view on the prospective tenant, the prospective renter's application when it comes to level of affordability, consistency of income, ability to pay the rent each week to month. We also want to look at how suitable that candidate may be. Do we need a large family in a 2-bedroom apartment? Maybe that doesn't work, right? You guys get the drift, right? 4-bedroom homes are going to attract families. That's kind of the suitable sort of outcome that we're looking for. When we look at rental history, I can't tell you, team, how many tenants vacate our business each month, each year, and our team are not receiving rental reference checks out there. Big no-no. Don't do it. Make sure your property manager is coming to you with some rental history in the event that applicant has it. Number three, entry condition reports, team. Entry condition reports. Maybe this is one of the boring topics. I don't know. You guys tell me. It does take some time and effort to implement and execute these entry condition reports. What we're looking for here, and if you don't know what entry condition report is, it is the property condition report we do at the start of each tenancy. Right? Every new tenant will get one. The tenant obviously has the ability to make notes and reply to that report as well. But what we're looking for here, team, is a level of depth, a level of detail. Part of my role, with helping clients is sometimes the management of that property needs to move from one business to another. And when we review that file, the level of depth and detail is quite lacking in a lot of agencies. And that's not to bag anyone. All I'm trying to do is identify it, flag it with you guys to make sure that you're confident and that you're kept safe when it comes to that entry condition report. Because in 12 months or 2 years, when that tenant looks to vacate, that is the single report we are looking at to compare what it was then to what it is now. Teams, everyone with me? So, here at R&W, we've got a way to enhance that experience for our landlords, for our tenants, and, to limit the the human error from that space. So there's some ways we can get around that and enhance that experience to keep you guys safe. Number four is everyone's favorite one, I think, rent review process. Everyone wants to maximize their rent, let's be honest. But what we need to do here is make sure we've got a diligent, structured framework that is evidence-based to make informed decisions. Like I say, team, I encourage you guys, you get a moment over Christmas, jump on realestate.com, type in your suburb where you might be living, where your investment properties are, and I'm 99% sure, team, you will find a listing that has been promoted well and priced really well, and that kind of makes sense based on the research you've done. And then you're going to find a property that is just completely below market and doesn't make any sense. And you think, why is that owner giving it away? Well, coming down to that rent review process, right? Now, this could be whether it's a property's going back on the market, going to the market for the first time, and we're reviewing what that rent might look like, or you're renegotiating with that existing tenant who's looking to stay on with the property, right? So, got to look at that stuff, team. Evidence-based information, super critical. Don't take anyone's word for it. Do the research yourself. There's many sites you can go. We've certainly spoken about realestate.com. Your team should have access to things called like CoreLogic. You guys have free data via SQM research. Lots of information out there, team. We've just got to spend 5 minutes looking for it. Okay, evidence-based decisions, team. You're with me? Evidence-based decisions. Number 5, landlords insurance. We covered this one last week. Team, this is, to recap what we spoke about last week. The level of depth in your policy. And the question to you guys would be, when's the last time you reviewed that policy? I look at it, and a couple of you guys reached out, gave some recommendations. So good work, team. What we want to ensure here, team, is that in the event something goes wrong, in the event the tenancy doesn't go the way we need it to go, then you guys are protected. You guys are safe. The level of depth in that policy will absolutely determine whether you are out of pocket 10 or 20K. That's just from my experience. That's some of the cases I've gone through. There's different policies out there, team. I'm no insurance expert, of course, but again, just flagging that, team. It's in your capabilities to check this stuff. I know you guys do. Team, so they're the 5 things, right? Number 1, importance of marketing strategy. Number 2, tenant selection process. Number 3, entry condition reports, and that property reporting is super important to keep you safe. Number 4, rent review process, team. Don't be left behind when it comes to market rent growth. There is a way, a strategic and diligent way to go around that with your tenancies while consistently keeping the tenants as well. And then number 5, get protected, landlords insurance, no brainer. I think that is a good plan. So if we learn anything from property management, team, they're my 5 key things. If you've got something else you want to add, please pop it in the chat. Let me know. Luke says, greetings from Bali. Lucky you, Luke. It is absolutely raining here in Brisbane. So I hope the weather's better for yourself, mate, in that space. So team, that's me done and dusted, I think, for 2024, or at least today. Stay tuned. We might be back next week. Not sure. But if you guys want to hear from us, let me know. Otherwise, team, hey, listen, big thanks from me to you guys in relation to, jumping on, participating, the questions you guys asked, the feedback. Really, really appreciate that. Makes these Wednesday mornings a little bit more fun to come through. So, team, before we sign off, my email's down the bottom, team. As I always say, look, if you have any questions, you always want to hear some topics in 2025. You want to know what's happening in 2025 Q1, what the rents are going to do, what's the market going to do. Little tip, I think it's going to bounce back a little bit. I think Jeff said in the comment there, yeah, Melbourne's maybe off the boil a little bit, but 2025, I think Melbourne's in for a decent year. So stay tuned on that. That's just my perspective. If you want to know more, comment below. If not, you guys have a great Christmas. Stay safe. Don't forget, we got a couple more episodes to go here on Wealth Coffee Chats, team. So 8:10 Brisbane time, Queensland time tomorrow. Jason will be back and another episode and some more information, team. So that's me. Thanks, team. I will see you soon.
Thanks for watching another episode of Wealth Coffee Chat, folks. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you never miss a thing when we go live. Improve your portfolio and investing game, folks, with Wealth Coffee Chats live every morning at 8:10 each weekday. Make sure you join us. Previous episodes are also available wherever you get your podcasts, folks, as well as our other podcasts from the 6-Star team here at positivementor.com.au.